All right, everyone, welcome back for another episode of Carnivore Trades. Today is Tuesday, December 31st, 2024. If you're not done so already, please give the video a thumbs up. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And come find me on carnivoretrades.com for swing trading alerts, analysis, and live day trading, wrapping up a really awesome year this year and looking to keep it going in 2025. We'll have some new stuff coming out at the beginning of the year. It might be next week, but I'll keep you guys updated on that. But anyways, let's get into it today. So, this is about to file a lawsuit or a recommendation of impeachment towards Powell and Yellen if they can't get a Ponzi pump here, right, for the last day of the year. It's funny. It feels like we're down. We were up 25% for the year. It feels like we're down here over the last week for the year. But yeah, just kind of a grind down, and market really unable to get much going really all day long. A lot of this is pinning, though. I talked to you guys about this 585 area, and that's just kind of where we've drifted to. They might give us maybe they give us a juice into the close. We'll see. Or they could try to push it down to 585 and close us just below that. I don't think there might be short puts down there, but not really anything too significant going on. There's not a lot of institutional participation. You can see 585 there. DEX wise, that's still standing out. They've been popping up between 588 and 590 here. Again, they could unclench it in the last few minutes. There's end of year cleanup and stuff that goes on here. I wouldn't make too much out of that though, especially looking at the spider volume today. Like 34 million shares, it's 345. So very light here. A lot of money as well cannot go to work until the new year rolls over due to tax reasons as well. So there's that, which there will be a lot going into the new year. We're up 25% for the year, so we should have a lot of recollateralization, and we'll see how that there's a lot of cross currents here. We'll see how that dynamic works. You got the head and shoulder that has not triggered. We'll see if it does Thursday, but my guess is we could see some money go into tech on Monday. They might even gap this up, and just because of that kind of fund managers going into those stocks that they just put money into index funds and past winners, semis. Very interesting to see how that performs Monday. But yeah, we're kind of just at this inflection point below 585. I think we can make new lows, and you want to see 580 hold there, which could happen, right? We could get a pop through there, but if we close back above, you could get a nice liquidity grab. So again, these head and shoulder tops, I just don't really trust them. If it's on a stock like Restoration Hardware or something that not really that many people follow, I'd be much more inclined to look at it. But it's the spiders, right? Everybody's looking at this, and that's why these patterns have a high failure rate. Another thing I'm watching here too is we've got, let's go back to SPX because I like the levels I've gotten on here. But yeah, you can see 58.70. I told you guys that level on Sunday would be an area to watch, and we've held that. There's also kind of a short-term trend line right here as well that we're just hanging on to. So we'll see how Thursday goes. I actually even say it's almost like a Monday because you have first of month, first of quarter, first of year. So a lot of fresh money coming in, and we'll see how that plays out. But right now, I'm just going to give, like I said, bears control. As long as we're below, and kind of inside this big red here. We haven't really done any technical damage on the weekly, though. So remember that. Again, a lot of people are going to look at the head and shoulders and say, that's it. But on the weekly, it's still strong. So just be aware. And we still have 2 days left in the week, technically. But it's weird because 0 days left in the month, 0 days left in the year. But right now, I would expect if we can get a bid, and this market does, it's just hard to make a lot out of today here. But if this market can get a bid, 6,000 is going to be a huge level. If that gets rejected, this market, I think, has likely, we're going to have a tightening range here. But, bears are going to be able to say that they're in control still. Another thing I'd be watching, too, there is a time count here on the monthly of the Qs, and you've got it, that's a valid topping tail. I would prefer more volume, but it's still valid. So I would give bears, they're definitely showing up here. I'll give them the benefit of the doubt right now, but just defer to the bigger trend at the moment. Again, volume very light today. Plus another thing too, if this is really risk off, why is the Russell green? So there's a couple of things here that are not, and even KRE is green, you know, still up a cent. I know people are going to look at this and say bear flag. I think it needs a lot more time if it's going to break through. Like significantly more. And if it does try to break down, I don't think it lasts very long because I don't think it's ready yet. There's a lot of buyers here, right? There's just, look at how long it took to break out of this area. It's not likely we're going to just plow through it after 2 weeks unless something major happens, which is always a possibility. But right now, again, 585, I think through that, we will likely at least spike this low, try to test the 100 MA. And really this whole bull market, that's just been all about the 100 MA. And this is really consistent with most bull markets, right? Look at 2021. Well, 100 MA never broke. And even in 2023, we had that one break, but it was just kind of after the first breakout. Never really broke it, right? We had the one shoot there, but 100 MA is a big deal. So anyway, that's what we're watching here. Qs, again, holding 510 for now. We spiked yesterday's low, and we're trying to peek back above it here. We'll see. I don't know what they're going to do here in the last 10 minutes. It could be a pin. They could try to flush it down to scoop everybody out. They could Ponzi pump it here. There's anything can happen. I wouldn't make a ton out of it, though. Qs here getting a bid. Got to get back above 520, and then you can try for 525. Russell still 225. And I still think, RTY, not terrible here at the 200. I like that candle yesterday. I like the outperformance today. I like the bull divergence there. It's not huge. It's definitely there on the 4-hour. I just think it's going to take a lot more time to work through that on the bear side. I prefer, for shorts, if you wanted to short, I'd prefer a lower high first and then, to kind of reset the technicals a little bit. Diamond here, down 26 cents. And again, holding on to the 100. So Diamond, okay. That's holding up a little bit better. I will talk about one stock here. I got to say this, so I don't talk about individual tickers all that often. I'm trying to do that a little bit more on Sunday nights, but I got to talk about MSTR. The amount of hate that I'm seeing for this is warranted, but it's absolutely astronomical here. And I'm actually kind of finding it interesting here for a bounce. That's it. Now, I did a video a month or two ago on kind of criticizing Sailor. Don't think I'm don't get the wrong idea. I understand the reasons and the criticisms. Believe me, I did a video on this. But I've seen more tweets about this stock than anything else in the last 2 days, and every single one of them is, I told you so, Michael Saylor's an idiot, MSTR shorts are winning, C, blow off top, it's down 50%, this is why you don't, blah, 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 blah. A lot of dunking going on. Now, that's not a reason to get into something, but I do like the 300 handle to be supportive until into January. Doesn't mean we can't overshoot. We are overshooting right now. I think that's a big dealer level, and I think there's some levels below here. By the way, I have no position in this. Maybe I will get a position, but you got a 618 coming into that we're coming into shortly, and through that you got a whole round number at 250. Why I think this is attractive is that, yes, this is 100% a blow off top. That's 100% the candle here. Also, weekly 20 MA there coming into play too. But when the blow off top happens, the first big bounce after that is usually at least a 50% retrace. Let's just say today's the bottom, we gap and go Thursday, right? Pretend. A 50% retrace takes you to 415, a 618 is 444. Do the math. So this is a 50% gain here on common shares, not options. So just a trade idea there. Again, you can dunk on it if you want, but I like to go take the other side. I'm pretty good at finding these contrarian plays on Twitter, but just an idea there. And by the way, MSTX, they paid a dividend, special dividend, I think. That's why it's down as much as it is. Anyway, that's the little idea for the week. I would save that for Sunday night, but it's kind of, we don't have the Sunday night video. Tomorrow is kind of like a Sunday night, though, because it's first of year, first of month. SMH down 88 basis points, holding the 200 moving average. Nothing really going on until it breaks out of this range. Still like that higher low, though. And I think this is an area that if we see first of the month money flow, it's going to go into this. Because that's just what managed money does. IGV, again, down 1%, still hanging on to the neckline there. Transports are green. Yeah, fractionally higher. Nothing's changed about those. Still got those levels of 16.2. On the downside, I like this trend line down here. Transport's still in pretty kind of limbo type shape there. There's China market's actually kind of interesting here too. Well, backing off on the Shanghai, but yeah. Anyway, interest rates, twos flat, and man, TLT just can't catch a break, right? Look at the 30s, right back up. I still think this is top heavy though. It is coming back off the highs a little bit. Yeah, that looks a little top heavy here on the long end. So I still like the long end long term, but definitely coming in a little bit here. Twos may come in though. You got possible M top building. So watch that. If we get a lower high there, that will go down. That could signal a recession. But if that does happen, I still think the long end remains firm. I'm in the stagflation camp, as you guys know. XHB down 3 cents. Actually, nice liquidity grab with the close yesterday. Just no follow through today. We'll see what it does on Monday. Definitely on the weaker side here now. VNQ, again, same kind of look. Again, is it a bear flag? It might be. But again, it took a long time to break through this. So I think it's going to take more time to break on the downside if they're going to do that. And XLF is unchanged on the day. Still same level there, 49.33. You got to get through that. There's still a lot of supports here on this way down here too. You know, you got the gap fill, 100 MA, 46, that whole round number right there. So there's a lot of levels for XLF right now. KRE, we'll see what it does here again. Same thing, like a lot of time in this area. You can talk about bear flag all you want, but a lot of the times these fail when they don't break through resistance first. Why I'm still kind of in the bounce camp here. But it's basically flat to lower right now. Same thing with KBE and broker dealers down as well. That might be a lower high. Again, you guys know I've been saying this is on borrowed time. Not the best or worst monthly close, doesn't really tell us a ton. Weekly, a little outside there, but see what it does. 4 minutes left in the day here. Oil here up 81 cents. So that's starting to crack above these levels. We know volatility is coming. We've talked about that. It's got to follow through though. You got to clear that 200 MA because it could be a fake out. You never know. Be careful with these. I think it's okay right now. I still haven't touched it. You guys know I like my XLE. Dealers will start to unclench gamma and go positive into January. If money comes out of tech into January, you guys know I think it's going here. I don't need to reiterate that case a million times. XOP, that should have a little resistance here short term. I would expect a red day on Thursday there. Yeah, with that 20 MA straight into it. Just in the short term. OIH here also hopping off double bottom. Still got a lot of work to do. CCJ still backing off. Again, looking for 49 to 50. You are an M and NJ. A little soft here too. Again, I think these dips will get bought though. Don't have any interest in them right now though. Nat gas, that's 2.4. There we go. Big outside move. This is why you got to be careful with nat gas. So down 7%. Was up 20% yesterday, then down 7 today. Still has it's still up, but this just likes to fake people out. It's a wild asset, and again, you went into a massive base here. Again, so if this bull flags for a week, right? Just going back to this other example, is that going to be enough to look how many weeks here? 12-4 to do 6 months. Right? So this is what I mean when I talk about these patterns here. It's just a lot to get through. And like a lot of the time, if it tries, you get these liquidity grabs. It bounces back up. You got the 200 down there. So again, maybe it'll make me eat my words Monday. It'll go down. But I'm just saying, typically that's kind of the thought process, how probabilities work. But anyway, dollar index up 72 cents, still strong, no problems. Little stretched here, but that's kind of what currencies do when things get repriced. So a little overbought, but I wouldn't fight it. Gold hanging in there okay. Again, it just continues to be so strong in the face of dollar strength and 10-year yield strength. Silver a little bit weaker. Getting interested in this here. Definitely getting interested, but needs to show me a little bit more. Need to see a little bit more of a pattern. Platinum still rough here. That looks like it wants 900 at least, maybe double bottom. And then palladium here still got that nice falling wedge look. I'm watching for that to tighten up. No changes there. Copper here sold off. It had a nice bounce intraday. I thought maybe it was going to pull the old up, we're going to go down, and then, you know, oops, we're going to close green and leave a big tail there. We'll see what it does on Thursday, though. If it can close back about 410, it could squeeze. Otherwise, we're headed down into these lower areas here. So right down in this area, 390. And then Bitcoin today, you know, hanging in there all right. I think it was green, then it was red, now it's back to green. So kind of all over the map. Did take out yesterday's high. Again, still just hanging on to that 92K. Don't love the 50 MA rejection. But, you know, overall, again, still in a tight range. If you break 90K, we'll see. I wouldn't short it there. I wouldn't be brave enough to short it just because I just seen so many liquidity spikes before. So I think for me, the better place to short it if you wanted to, and there's the closing bell, would have been, you know, right here on the breakback of 100K. That bounce up, and then the breakback below, that's where you would have done it if you're going to do it. And then you just kind of take profits and trail. I just don't like breakdown shorts because they fail so often. That's kind of how the market works. But so ETH flat here. We had Doge green. Litecoin had a good day. There were a lot of cryptos that were up earlier. Pepe's still up 11.3. So it couldn't have been too bad of a risk-off day. I just can't get my. I just keep liking to revert back to that too, because when people say, "Oh, liquidity is coming out," well, then why are these, you know, altcoins up? We'll see. Let's see. 586.08 close. So basically a pin. We just went down here, went sideways all day long, and I'm filing a motion for impeachment on Janet and Jay Powell. So, but yeah, anyway, we'll see what we get here Monday. You guys know the levels, they have not changed. And that's pretty much it. So anyways, guys, I'll wrap it up here. You guys take care. Come find me on carnivoretrades.com. See you guys all next year.